So, welcome everyone. This is the last in a series on miracle making, based on my book, Making Miracles, Create New Realities for Your Life and Our World. Each session here has covered a little bit of the book and included an exercise or a group experiment from the book in miracle making. And last week, we did a group experiment to tap the unlimited source that precedes all manifestation through the power of unconditional love. And today we're going to do a group experiment aimed at manifesting something important to us. And for this work, you really don't need to be free of doubts. You don't even need to decide if it's possible. Just be ready and willing and unattached to the outcome. You know, the most successful results I found may match none of your expectations. And as you'll see in a story I'll share in just a bit related to that. But you might want to take a moment now to write down something that you would really like to manifest. And if you don't have pen and paper handy, then just imagine that you're writing it down. In the book, I actually suggest creating a whole heart's desires list, just because writing down what we want is a very powerfully creative act. And it starts creative energy moving in the direction of your intent. Then giving attention to what you've written, as we're going to do next, further fuels the manifesting process. Now, for this exercise, really focus on something important, something that your heart wants, not something that's just the limit of what you think you can have or what's possible, or even on what seems sensible to you. So you might need to give some deep consideration to this. And, you know, challenge whatever might come to mind too quickly. If you immediately think to yourself, for example, well, if anything's possible, then I want to win the lottery. Then ask yourself why. You know, lottery winners are notoriously unhappy with their sudden windfalls. So what is it that you would want from winning the lottery? Is it security? Is it more freedom? Is it more time, more pleasure? And what would these experiences look and feel like? And as you do this, really go into this experiment in a light and playful way. You know, take it lightly, yet at the same time understand how potent this kind of work can be. We have a powerful added ingredient here in the amplifying effect of many minds joined in a common intent. And every time you or anyone has performed one of the experiments in this book, where we've imagined a loving connection with other readers and listeners, extending across space and time, every time we've done that, anyone's done that, we've added energy to the group mind. And whenever you or someone else brings this benevolent, helpful pool of consciousness to mind, it becomes stronger for everyone. And it becomes easier for each individual to access. Now, because intention can flow forward and backward in time, it actually becomes possible for you to benefit from loving thoughts sent back in time by future readers and listeners who've done this same experience, who haven't even heard of this book yet. People in the future who are going to participate in this experiment have already sent loving intention to you. And if this latter idea just seems way too big a stretch to take seriously, just consider this for a moment. The very well-known research team of Robert, John, and Brenda Dunn, who are just two of many researchers finding a lot of evidence that intention can move matter, have also done some experimenting with intention traveling through time, in particular traveling backward in time, and have noticed really greater effects in their time-displaced trials than in their standard present time experiments. It's an interesting thought. Theirs and other research raise the very interesting possibility that intention might actually flow even more powerfully outside the parameters of time and space than it does in here and now time. So all of this that I'm talking about now is just to help you recognize how potentially life-changing these experiments are. So for best results, go into this one with an expectancy that anything is possible, and an awareness that none of your heart's desires may take the form you think. And trust that even what looks like obvious failure may very well be a step in the direction of your highest good and highest success. And here's an example of this in the story I said I'd share. There was once in a workshop, I gave as preparation for a healing exercise. I asked people to form an intention of what they most wanted to heal and or manifest in the healing circle to come. And one man identified that he really wanted a painful plantar wart on his foot to disappear. Now, after everyone had identified something, I asked them all to think of something even bigger, something they wanted even more than what they just identified. And this particular man decided that what he really wanted was, as he put it, a better relationship with Kathy. Now, Kathy was his wife. Immediately after the healing circle, his wart disappeared completely. Spontaneous healing, poof, gone. But his relationship with Kathy also very painfully disintegrated, and soon they were divorcing. Now, the lesson he took from that at the time was that, well, maybe he should have just settled for the wart going away and not asked for anything more. But then, about a year and a half later, he was attending another group session I was offering, and he was talking about this miraculous healing he had of the plantar wart, how poof, it just went away in such a spontaneous, amazing way. When it suddenly dawned on him that even though his marriage had ended, he was now sitting next to his new girlfriend, who was also named Kathy, same as his wife. And he had, in fact, manifested a better relationship with Kathy, just not in the way he had envisioned or expected. So it shows you how spirit works. When we really open it up to the highest to happen, to miracles rather than our personal agendas, God gives us what's truly going to benefit us and make us happy. And it's important to allow the highest to happen by framing everything that happens after we do this kind of work as a step in the direction of our success, whether it fits your exact pictures or not. So here we go, ready or not, here we go into our heart's desires. And for this, you might want to close your eyes and get comfortable. And just relax your body and quiet your thoughts with some deep, full breaths. And just let your sense of identification shift little by little, so that instead of feeling yourself to be defined by your physical body, it's so separate and dense, you become aware of yourself as clear, bright, beautiful energy. And through this simple shift in perception, you leave behind the limitations of dense matter and start to vibrate in the unlimited way of light and energy and love. Feel the very cells of your physical body becoming less dense. All the tiny little particles spreading out and vibrating in love and light. Essentially, you're shifting from the limited paradigm of particle reality where we're all small and separate and dense, to the limitlessness of wave reality, where we're all energy and we're all connected as one. And you can see the bright energy of other readers and listeners, those in the past, present, and the future, all joining you now. We're all vibrating together in joined consciousness beyond the illusionary limits of space and time, each of us bringing only higher love to the whole. Picture this joining in light and love in whatever way feels powerful, vivid to you. You might imagine us all meeting in some magnificent, sacred arena in the spiritual realm, or forming a wave-like circle of energy, or a network, a web of light. And see this joining as beautiful and sacred and awe-inspiring, filled with the potent energy of love. As a group, we form a powerful network for healing and support and for manifestation. To just become cognizant of how much more powerful we are together than we could ever be separately. Our joined intentions quicken our growth, awaken our intuition, and heighten our magnetism to our good in all its many, many forms. Things that have seemed difficult in the past can come more easily now. So just take this moment to feel the light and the energy of our network building. And the light of our group is so bright now. We attract to us an even greater light. You might want to picture this as a brilliant spiritual sun, shining light to all of us. And know this to be the light of divine love, the very essence of God. Feel it to be profoundly peaceful. Let it wash over you, through your body, as well as the energy field surrounding your body. And the light shines away anything that has dimmed your radiance. You see it burn away, melt away, wash away, or otherwise make disappear wounds from the past, limiting beliefs, whatever else you no longer need to carry in your body and mind. And as dis-ease is released, and you fill with the deep peace of divine light, you become more powerfully radiant than you were before. In fact, each of us now emanates a more brilliant vibration of light. And this group work has increased the energy that's available to our whole network of readers and listeners, preparing us all to receive our highest heart's desires. It's not necessary that you be aware of all that's happening in these invisible realms, but do, on the same, open to any impressions that come to you. You might have a whole range of visual or kinesthetic, auditory or olfactory or emotional or inspirational experiences as spiritual reality breaks through into your conscious awareness. And if it doesn't, that's fine too, because, with this kind of work, the majority of it happens outside of our conscious awareness. Just use your imagination with this. And imagine the hard, fixed nature of reality as you've known it, now becoming fluid and soft. In reality, cold, harsh reality is an illusion of our own making. And as this illusion falls away, it's being replaced by something benevolent and responsive. And it's into this reality, where all things are possible, that we will offer our desires. So imagine, or actually hold, the paper holding your heart's desire. If you've actually written something, just hold it in your hands for a moment. If you haven't, just imagine that you have a paper with your heart's desire now written on it. And see everyone in our whole network of readers and listeners doing the same thing. And just take a minute to savor all the many life changes represented by these many, many papers. There's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of them. And bring to mind your own heart's desire. Imagine it not as something future and far away, but imagine it as though it's already come to pass. You don't need to believe it. You don't need to decide whether it's possible or not. Just use your imagination for this. And just imagine what it would feel like, look like, sound like even, to walk in this reality. Imagine it as though it's already come to pass. Step into it and claim it as your own with all of your senses. Have fun with this. Just enjoy the experience of walking around in this potential reality. And when you can truly feel the delight and the fulfillment, what it would be like for your dream to be manifest, then just let go of all the pictures, all the specifics you have in mind, and just keep the good feeling of it. Notice how that feels in your body. Notice the peace, the joy, the empowerment, the feeling of fulfillment, and what that's like inside. And keep that. And now, with all the lightness of being you can muster, imagine all of us, all at once, handing our desires up, letting them all fly free, each one turning into a butterfly, flying away. And just enjoy the flurry of this as just countless butterflies take flight. And send them off with the certainty that what comes back to you will be what you imagined or something better. And let your heart now just be filled with gratitude, giving thanks for all the blessings of your life, past, present, and the ones yet to come. Enjoy this moment, because when you're really in gratitude, it's having a healing effect on every aspect of your being. Body, mind, spirit. It's shifting you in real chemical ways. It's healing your physiology. It's filling you with peace. It's opening your heart. It's making you magnetic to good things coming in. So just enjoy the moment of gratitude. And then complete our meditation by thanking all the souls in our network for their help. thank them all for being part of the team to help you manifest your heart's desire. And let them go. And then take some deep, full breaths. And just slowly come back to your waking state. And just come back to an awareness of your physical body, feeling totally refreshed, every cell infused with health and vitality. And open your eyes again. So this brings our series to a close. Now, if you'd like to read the whole book, it's available through Amazon and through my publisher, Namaste Publishing. You can find it in some bookstores. I have a number of online events that you can find out on my website. It's always a changing array. So get on my email list if you'd like, or just check out my website from time to time, lynnwoodland.com. And I always love to hear people's experiences in working with these experiments. Your comments, your questions, what happened for you. So please always feel free to write to me at lynnwoodland@comcast.net. And thank you all so much for being with me. And until we meet again, namaste.